on the streets of Chicago in 2000. 17-year-old Regina DeFrancisco and her 16-year-old sister, Margaret, have everything going for them but common sense.
They got caught up in a problem there, which a lot of kids did, which was gangs. These weren't stupid girls. These were actually very bright.
Some young women are attracted to bad boys and gang members because it looks exciting to them.
Come back! Oh, yeah.
The main connection with the gangs was Regina. She got involved with a Latin Kings gang member.
After that, everything in their life changed. They started skipping school, their grades dropped.
The only thing Regina is learning about is the drug trade.
How many bags, babe?
Not enough.
Regina was starting to cross over to the more dangerous side of life.
Her boyfriend, Johnny, teaches her all he knows.
Open up! Take it to the bathroom. Take it to the bathroom. Take it to the bathroom. Get down! Right now! Get down!
The couple is arrested for dealing cocaine.
Johnny, what's happening?
Don't say a word, baby.
It was in small packages and a large enough amount that it was clear that she was selling it for profit.
Her mother, who raises the sisters to know right from wrong, is not happy.
Any idea how much money it cost me to bail you out of jail?
For drug dealing.
Their mom and their family was trying to do the very best that they could.
You're going to have to pay me back. Every single penny. Do you understand me?
Regina and Margaret, by their own admission, had a near-perfect life growing up.
Fine.
Mom thinks the girls are listening, but Regina's love and loyalty is now with the gang.
Apparently, as good as their home life was, their new associates offered them something their mom didn't. They became their new family. The gang became more important than their values.
Mom still wants the bail money repaid. And Regina thinks she's found the answer. 22-year-old Oscar Velasquez.
Oscar was a decent guy. There's no criminal activity. There's no arrest record with him. He came from Mexico. He worked hard.
Nice car.
Oh, you like? I just picked it up a few weeks ago.
Brand new.
Yeah, brand new.
Regina saw Oscar as a patsy with a wallet.
Maybe you should take us for a drive sometime.
Regina starts dating Oscar. He has no idea she has a gang boyfriend.
They dated for about 3 weeks. When it became apparent to Regina that Oscar had some money, it took a different turn. She tried to figure out ways to get the money.
Regina has a sting in mind. She recruits Margaret to help.
What's the matter?
It's Regina.
She tells Oscar his new love is locked away and in need of bail money.
The girls concocted a plan to get the money. They wanted to get $1,000 out of Oscar.
So it's $1,000 for the bail?
Oscar, you're too
No,
kind to
no,
us
it's
to
for your
continue.
sister, no.
Regina and Margaret played Oscar like a violin. They knew he was a trusting, warm-hearted, generous person.
It's all a lie.
I can't believe it. I know. So much money.
Instead of using the money to pay back her mom,
So proud of this girl.
Regina gives it to her boyfriend.
She and her boyfriend went out and bought an old car with it.
This is not an uncommon thing. for women that are involved with guys in gangs.
When Regina pretends to get out of jail, Oscar expects his cash back.
He asked for the money back. And Margaret and Regina says, well, you know what? We're not going to give you the money back, but we've got something better. How about a threesome?
It's an offer too good for a young man to refuse. In Chicago, in 2000, teenage sisters Regina and Margaret DeFrancisco swap good grades for bad boys, street gangs, drugs, and deceit. They con 22-year-old Oscar Velasquez into loaning them $1,000. But they don't want to pay him back. The sisters convinced school friend, 15-year-old Veronica Garcia, to get them a gun.
Her friend Margaret kept saying to her, "Can you get a gun? Can your boyfriend get a gun for us?"
You planning on killing somebody?
No. My friends just want to scare some good.
We want to scare Oscar and get some money from him.
But the sisters have a more deadly plan.
So if you shoot him from there,
And he should land about there.
Margaret and Regina did a good amount of planning for this murder. They put a tarp down on the floor to protect it from blood.
On June 6th, 2000, Oscar arrives at their home on the promise of a sexual adventure.
When Oscar arrived and Margaret asked him, "Does anyone know you're here?" it should have been a warning sign. But all Oscar saw was two beautiful young women, not two potential killers.
Regina goes to the basement, and Oscar's told to go help her.
Go, Regina.
The sisters play out their well-rehearsed roles.
And Regina was already telling him to follow her downstairs.
down here!
As he went down to that basement where Regina was waiting for him, he had no idea that Margaret was behind him with a gun.
You have to have a very cold heart. You have to have absolutely no feelings.
God, that was loud.
Margaret shot him in the back of the head. She didn't want to have a face-to-face confrontation with him. She didn't want any chance of him resisting. She had no history of violence, right up to the time she pulled a trigger and killed someone.
The way she described poor Oscar is that he fell down like a baby, and that where she had shot him, his brains were oozing out like cheese.
The minute Oscar's body hits that plastic sheet, the girls are on top of him, searching his body for whatever they could get.
They took his wallet and all of the money. It appeared there was $1,200 in his wallet in cash. They took his sterling silver chain that he was wearing.
What have you done?
Veronica realizes that this is not just a fright night for Oscar.
Shut up and do something! Get the drugs!
After they searched his body for all the valuables, they wrap him up in the sheet.
The sisters force Veronica to help dispose of Oscar's body.
They wait until it gets dark outside, and the three of them carry his body. This is witnessed by their next-door neighbor and yells to them.
Hey guys, what are you doing? We're just moving a few things.
and they stuff him in the trunk and drive off.
Committing murder is easy. Getting rid of the body is more complicated. They drive to a vacant lot.
Margaret has brought with her a bottle of nail polish remover. And showing her youth, she thinks that she's going to be able to destroy the body with this.
They're like Dumb and Dumber, these two. Using this fingernail polish remover to try to torch a body, it's absolutely ludicrous and absurd.
The flames are impressive, but short-lived.
A little bit of nail polish fluid is not going to incinerate a body enough to not leave evidence of who it is.
When Oscar's body is found the next day, police find an obvious clue.
When police discovered Oscar's body and realized that he had been partially burned with nail polish remover, they knew they should be looking for teenage girls and not professional hitmen.
Regina and Margaret make another mistake. They drive around in Oscar's car and are spotted by his brother.
He identifies both Regina and Margaret as the girls he saw driving his brother's car a few days after his brother disappeared. Regina and Margaret are brought into the police station within maybe a week to 10 days, and both of them deny seeing him, they deny any involvement whatsoever, and they're let go.
It looks like the sisters are home free. There is no evidence connecting them to the crime. But there is a witness, 15-year-old Veronica, and she can't lie very well.
She tries a very simple lie and is easily talked out of that by the police, and she eventually tells the whole story. By now, over 10 days have passed, and Regina and Margaret flee.
The sisters stay on the run for 2 years, splitting up and moving to different states. It takes a national TV campaign to finally track them down. Both sisters are tried and convicted of first-degree murder. At the trial, the only remorse Regina shows is the fact that she was caught.
She didn't cry when she talked about poor Oscar lying there bleeding on their floor. She didn't cry when she talked about how they set his body on fire. The only thing that bothered her is, oh, poor me, what was going to happen to me?
In 2004, Regina DeFrancisco is sentenced to 35 years. The shooter, Margaret, receives 46. The sisters are together in the Dwight Correctional Center in Illinois.
The entire motivation for this crime was profit. This was a murder for money.
These girls didn't grow up on the wrong side of the tracks. They are well-loved teens with bright futures ahead of them. But they choose gang mentality, where money and power is worth more than a life.
What is most shocking about this is their age. And 16, 17 years old, getting involved in this kind of criminal activity is just heartbreaking.
I'm very glad we caught them when we did. If they were able to concoct this sort of a scheme at 16 and 17 years old, what would you be able to do in 5 or 10 years when you're older and have more experience?
Some women go looking for danger.
She would routinely pick up men for sexual pleasure.
Some will pay for it.
How does $45,000 sound?
They were not serious professional hitmen, and they certainly weren't brilliant guys.
And some invited home.
She wanted James dead, and she didn't care how it happened.
In Midwest City, Oklahoma, 1988. Jim Plants, 33, enjoys a rare treat, the day off. It's not often he sees sunlight. Jim works night shifts at the local newspaper.
He was a skilled blue-collar craftsman, I guess you would say. And they lived in a suburban house, so he was apparently a good provider for his family.
He's been married to his childhood sweetheart, Marilyn, for 12 years.
James and Marilyn met when apparently Marilyn was 15 and he was 21.
Jim was Marilyn's first love. She quit high school to marry him. But with Jim away at night, Marilyn grows lonely and restless.
Hi, it's me. Jim's on the night shift.
Loneliness is easily remedied if you trawl the streets for sex. That's how Marilyn meets her latest lover, William Bryson, an 18-year-old car thief. She invites him home and makes sure they are not disturbed.
We have evidence that she would drug her kids with cough syrup and put them into the bedroom and lock the door.
She doesn't want them to hear what's going on in Mommy and Daddy's room.
Why did he just leave?
Marilyn wants to end her marriage, but not with a divorce.
Mr. Plants, wanting to take care of his family, raised his insurance from approximately $100,000 to well over $300,000.
She knows that Jim's worth more to her dead. Marilyn hatches a plan with her lover and his 18-year-old friend, Clinton McKimble.
I'll definitely make it worth your while.
Bryson and McKimble were best friends. Neither one of them finished high school, but they were involved in just petty crimes.
Marilyn makes up horror stories about how her husband treats her badly.
Marilyn was able to convince both Bryson and McKimble that her husband was beating her and abusing her. But they were only 18-year-olds. It was easy for her.
She also offers the teens a large sum of money.
How does $45,000 sound?
But they were no match for Marilyn Plants. She was able to wrap them around her little finger.
August 25th, 1988. The Plants' 2 children are sleeping. Marilyn invites her young lovers home and feeds them drugs and alcohol. She is priming them for action before her husband gets home from the night shift.
Christmas comes early.
Marilyn was supplying both these young men with drugs and sex, so it's natural that they would want to protect her and keep that good stuff coming.
Woo! Get some of that.
I'm off to bed. I'll leave you to it.
Marilyn doesn't want to dirty her own hands.
Marilyn wanted James dead, and she didn't care how it happened. She had ice in her veins.
In Midwest City, Oklahoma, 28-year-old Marilyn Plants is leading a double life. Preferring the company of young lovers and greedy for cash, she wants a quick end to her marriage. On August 26, 1988, her husband, Jim, arrives home from the night shift. William Bryson and Clinton McKimble, two petty criminals, lie in wait.
Who are you? What are you doing in my...
Then they started beating him with the baseball bats. Each of them hit him in excess of 10 times. Jim Plants was thinking the whole time that he was being beaten that these people were going to attack his wife and family.
But Marilyn is safe and sound and listening.
Marilyn would have heard everything that went on. The baseball bats hitting the door where she was behind.
Stop!
With the dirty work done, Marilyn moves on to phase 2.
Marilyn knew that if her husband died in an accident, that the life insurance would pay double.
What do we do?
You burn him.
The teenagers drive Jim's body in his car to a remote area, while Marilyn plays the concerned wife.
First thing they did, they thought they could blow up the car by putting a rag and lighting it within the gas tank. Well, that didn't explode.
And it ain't working.
Yes, hello? I'd like to report my husband missing.
Then they poured gasoline on him and all over the car.
They were trying to obliterate his entire existence. They were trying to obliterate his identity.
They think they are disposing of a body, but they're not. Jim is still alive.
Help me! Please help me! Help me!
But they are beyond the point of no return.
Evidence indicate that he was alive at the time that he was being burned. He was burned, charred, but with his left foot out the door, and the door was ajar as he was trying to get out.
Murdering a spouse for their insurance money is not as easy as many people think it is. Insurance companies don't automatically write a big check for a grieving spouse. They investigate the death themselves, and they are more suspicious than the police.
But it won't be the insurance company who gets the first clue. Detective Ralph Gibson is called to investigate the fiery death and starts at the victim's home. Marilyn's sloppy cleanup makes his job easier than normal.
We found the baseball bats that had blood and a tissue matter on 2 of the baseball bats. I looked in the living room, and there was a brand new rug. I pulled it up, and I seen that the carpet had been bleached. So when I cut out the square and flipped it over, sure enough, the back of the rug was soaked in blood.
Marilyn claims she knows nothing, but her young killers soon tell the police everything. All 3 are charged with murder and arson.
No one ever claimed that she participated in the actual physical killing of Jim Plants, but the state was able to make the case that she had hired Bryson and McKimble to kill Jim and had helped to plan it, and that she participated in it as an accomplice by cleaning up.
They are all found guilty. Clinton McKimble receives life. William Bryson receives the death penalty. So does Marilyn Plants. On May 1st, 2001, she is executed by lethal injection.
There's very few pure random killings. They're tied to money, they're tied to relationships, and they're tied to love. This one had all three.
In the end, Marilyn didn't get the life insurance money. She got a needle in her arm.
I believe Marilyn deserved a death penalty. Actually, I think she earned it.
Some people will hold tight to valuables at any cost.
The smell suddenly hit him.
Precious family heirlooms.
Books on Satanism and the occult were found near the garbage can.
Or mementos of loved ones.
The way that she kept her close to her was in a storage unit.
Caring for the elderly takes patience and kindness, attributes that 46-year-old Brookie Lee West lacks. When in the late 1990s, she moves to Las Vegas to nurse her ailing mom, Christine.
The medical provider expressed some concern that Christine was starting to show initial stages of Alzheimer's.
Brookie.
But her mother's plight doesn't soften Brookie's heart.
Brookie, would you pass me my medicine? I'm watching, Ma.
The relationship between Brookie and her mother was kind of a tortured history.
I have to do everything for you.
They lived together, yet they fought constantly.
I'm sick of you.
Brookie's a tough cookie, just like Mom.
She was from a very troubled background. Was extremely dysfunctional.
It's just not right for those colored folk to mix.
Her father, Leroy, indoctrinates young Brookie and her brother with hate.
He was a Satanist and dabbled in witchcraft and was also a white supremacist. Pure hatred. Role models that present that type of lifestyle to any child, eventually you're going to soak up.
Mom, Christine, who should protect Brookie and her brother,
Mom, you in there?
is busy with another interest.
The man she was having an affair with in rural Texas was promising her the world.
I'm really hungry. You kids get lost. I told you I'm busy.
And telling her that he was going to give Christine a new life.
Should we stop?
Do you want to stop?
But the affair ends badly.
She pulled a shotgun out and shot the man at point-blank range.
It showed Brookie that she could take care of business violently, her own way, and that she could get away with it.
Christine goes to jail for attempted murder.
How was your day, all right?
It was all right, but I sure do need one of these.
Against all the odds, Brookie grows up to establish a good career.
She was a very successful person. She's making an excellent salary as a technical writer, doing very well.
But one thing she inherits from her mother is an attraction to a loser.
Howard Simon St. John was penniless, an alcoholic and drug addict.
The unlikely couple ties the knot. But it isn't long before there's conflict.
Honey, will you be so kind as to do a little favor for me?
Anything for you, honey.
Brookie wants Howard to torch her car for the insurance money.
She owned more money on the car than what it was worth.
I love you, honey, but you know I can't do that.
I give you all of this, I support you, and I just ask you one little thing.
No.
Brookie isn't one to take no for an answer.
There was a fight, and she had pulled out a little handgun.
Howard's lucky to be alive. The bullet grazes his neck. Police investigate, but no charges are filed. Brookie convinces them it's a case of self-defense.
A week later, Howard goes back to Brookie, and they rekindle their romance.
I'm sorry, my love.
It's a serious mistake, and the last Howard St. John will ever make. Brookie Lee West is raised by a violent and bigoted mom and dad. They teach her the worst of values. When Brookie's boyfriend refuses to commit insurance fraud, she shoots him. It's only a flesh wound. Remarkably, Howard forgives her and they reunite. But not for long. On June 6, 1994, his body is found lying in a national forest in California.
He was shot in the torso, but when he was found, he had a plastic bag covered over his face.
Police have a prime suspect, his wife, Brookie Lee West.
Authorities believe that Brookie killed Howard because he was in the way of her getting away with insurance fraud.
But Brookie isn't charged. No one is.
Prosecutors just simply felt that they didn't have quite enough evidence to file the murder charges.
To this day, remains an open homicide investigation.
Brookie leaves the controversy behind and moves to Las Vegas to be with her sick mom.
Brookie, can you help me, please?
I think what attracted Brookie and her mother here is the easy living.
But it isn't long before Brookie thinks of her life as hard labor. And it gets worse as Christine's mind deteriorates.
Brookie always wanted to have a different life for herself and saw that her mom was holding her back from being able to experience that type of life.
Brookie has a solution to her problem. But it won't involve a loving reconciliation.
When Christine Smith was last seen alive, the neighbor said that she appeared to be in somewhat of a tired, lethargic state. She saw Brooke West walk in and say, "Here, Mom, take more pills. It'll be good for you. It'll make you feel better."
Sometime in 1998, Brookie decides to take care of her mother for good.
That night was the last time that anybody other than Brookie West saw Christine Smith alive.
Christine, who raises her daughter to believe violence solves problems, has raised her own killer.
Christine Smith's very own daughter was looking at her mother's eyes when she was pressing that plastic bag over her nose and mouth and knowing what she was doing, that she was ultimately going to kill the woman that brought her on this earth.
Brookie is prepared. She has a garbage can ready, but she doesn't dump Mom. She stores her.
The fact that Brookie had so many things with her to help her commit the murder, tape, the plastic bag, this garbage bin large enough for a person, speaks to premeditation. This was not an accidental murder or crime of passion. This was planned out.
While her mother rots, Brookie Lee cashes in.
She collected over $30,000 in Social Security benefits. Money mattered to Brookie Lee West. She cared about her wealth.
Christine's body stays in storage for 3 years, until February 2001, when a foul stench alerts a storage worker.
The plastic lining had caused a leak, and so some of the fluids of this body was what caused the smell to start emanating outside the storage unit.
Next to the body, they found a bunch of books about Satanism and witchcraft.
They discovered a human form that had practically melted into the bottom of that garbage can. Once you looked at that face, it could be translated as somebody who had suddenly experienced a frightful moment.
Police don't have to look far for a suspect. The storage unit is rented in Brookie's name, and a single fingerprint confirms her involvement.
A single fingerprint was recovered from this plastic wrapping and conclusively identified as Brookie Lee West.
Brookie Lee West is charged with her mother's murder.
Brooke West claimed at trial that her mom died of natural causes, and 2 days later she realized, oh, I have a dead body in the bedroom and I need to do something.
Christine's body tells a different story.
One thing that you look for is you look for blowflies because they're the first colonizers of a dead body. And if it's exposed to the air for several hours, you would find blowflies. We never found blowflies.
It's a bug's life that seals Brookie's fate.
The lack of the blowflies clearly indicated that Brooke West planned, premeditated, and deliberated this murder.
The jury agrees, and Brookie is found guilty of murder in the first degree.
She's currently serving a life prison sentence without the possibility of parole. She will never get out of a Nevada State institution. This case is so unique. It all comes down to the type of background that Brookie had as a young girl. I don't think that fruit fell very far from the tree.
I think it's safe to say Brookie had no regard for her mother at all. The way she killed her and disposed of her, pretty heartless.